Hi guys, thank you so much for watching this replay. It is our first live, and my name is Melissa Sue Tucker.
I'm Jason.
My husband, Jason Tucker. We are very excited for this new project, so I'm going to let my husband tell you a little bit about his background, his amazingness, and why you guys should care about Intellectual Property HQ.
Hi, I'm Jason Tucker, and long story short, about 15 years ago, I got sick and tired of people stealing content that I was part of producing and owned. And I decided to do something about it. So I started hunting the companies that were reselling my work without my permission. And as a result of that, I started getting contacted by studios and other people who were having the same problem. And not thinking that that was going to be my business, they kept calling. And then eventually I decided to take them on as clients. And so ever since then, which, yeah, it's about 15 years now, I've actually been helping studios find, track down, document, and either prosecute or collect money from or work out licensing deals or traffic deals with pirates and pirate companies. So not so much people, but there are people out there right now that are taking the content that you produce and the hard work that you put together, and they're reselling it, and you're not making any money from it, and that's a problem. So that's where I come in.
And for in the last 12 months,
we've settled over $100 million in claims for our clients. So we play with live ammo, I guess is the expression, and it's a pretty serious business, and it's pretty substantial. It happens on all levels for all types of content. I don't care if you're a blogger, I don't care if you're just doing podcasts, or if you're producing feature film and television programs. Your stuff's out there, and we know where it's being sold. I see it all the time, and I want to help you learn how to protect your content so that this doesn't continue to happen to you. And if it is happening, you can actually take some action and do something about it, as opposed to just screaming and throwing things across the room, which is what I did years ago. So you get the benefit of not breaking anything.
Hey Angela, hey Papa. Thank you for joining our first live. So tell them a little bit about what you normally go into. How are you trained? What do you know about?
I'm old, I guess, in internet years. I learned about the internet from working very early on with Akamai Technologies and Microsoft. I worked with Microsoft in helping them roll out digital rights management and develop digital rights management. Before that, I helped them roll out the original Windows Media Player up until Windows Media 9, I think it was, and the failed 10. I've had other training from the FBI, the DEA. I learned quite well from them how to follow the money. Everybody leaves a digital fingerprint online. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in a hut in Vietnam, where we found people before, to Eastern Europe. Most of the time these are people here in the United States, and they're just trying to appear that they're somewhere else. But there are things that you can do. There are steps that you can take to either have your content removed or develop it into a situation where you can either ultimately figure out a way to work with them or get rid of them. Get rid of them from a business standpoint, being financially or otherwise.
So some of the things that we're going to be doing over the next few months is creating a course, taking you through, teaching you step by step in a really easy way how to copyright your content. If you have blogs, if you have podcasts, if you have e-courses, whatever you may have, it's really important that you get that copyrighted now. And the nice thing is you can bundle a bunch of your work, like say you have a year's worth of podcasts, you can bundle them and copyright them for one charge of $55.
Just to jump in there, when you create a work that's unique to you, it's automatically copywritten. It's important to register your work, though, with an agency like the U.S. Copyright Office. The difference is ultimately, and I'm not an attorney, but I've been doing this for a long time, so this is not legal advice, but it's just life advice, which is register your work. If you ultimately want to bring a claim against somebody, I don't even care if it's a takedown notice telling them to stop. When they see that it's registered, the damages become substantially more. So instead of being actual damages, you go into statutory damages, which can go up to $150,000 per registration, plus attorney's fees. So if for example, if somebody's infringing on 10 of your works, do 150 times 10 plus legal fees. It looks really, really scary, and it is.
So hi Shelly, hi Christina, thank you Sheila for joining. Yeah, we're gonna teach you guys how to not give your work away for free. And just to give you a little synopsis, yesterday we were on the phone with our mentor who just joined. Hi, Brandon. And within 30 seconds, Jason found a course of his that he created back in 2016.
Yeah.
That was pirated and put out there, and he didn't even know. So imagine like putting a year or more sometimes of your heart and soul into your course. Oh, I have a low battery. And only to have somebody steal it and sell it for $19 a month or whatever they decide. And they're doing that, and they're making millions of dollars off of doing that.
Yeah, $55 in the grand scheme of things is really nothing. And then there are simple steps. We're gonna teach them to you. Simple steps you can take to have your content removed, figure out what's going on, figure out how it's happening with your content, and then decide what you want to do and really take the control back from what it feels like to feel that your stuff is stolen and you're helpless. You're not helpless. We're not going to let you be helpless. You're not going to float down the river by yourself.
So we promise in the upcoming videos, the video is going to get better. Everything's going to get better. But if you want more of this, like our page, share this video, share the information on our page with other content creators, artists, authors.
Yeah, and also come into the group and feel free to ask questions because I can't help myself. I will be more than happy to answer them.
Yeah, we have a group going too. It's also Intellectual Property HQ Community. So you can search that on Facebook and join it. We ask you what your number one question is and a little bit about your business. Just give us whatever information you feel comfortable with. If you ask a question, I'm going to post it and I'm going to tag you. And then Jason's not necessarily available 24/7. However, as soon as he is available, he'll come on and give you an answer. And then if you have questions from there, let us know. This isn't just like a let us give you information. It's
no, absolutely
create
not.
a community of people that are tired of pirates. Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Pirate hunting.
It's nice to meet you guys. Make sure that you like the page, and we will be seeing you soon. Oh, we're gonna start a live Facebook. What is it? TV show? No, like a show. A Facebook Live. So I'm out of town tomorrow. We'll connect maybe Sunday, and we'll talk a little bit more about the show. We're gonna have you guys help us figure out what the name should be, when we should do it.
Sure.
And then we're gonna be going live and starting our own Facebook show.
Talk soon.
Bye.